Kubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Ka Assembly Committee on Environment jang ka yung darbar thawan jang ka Jingkylla Bthah ke Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board ba Central Pollution Control Board ban Tohkit benya akabaide ba Jingkylla Rong jengom kawa Lukha ya kini ka committee kala Bthah hadin bawan hair judrip dalade ya kini kawa menta ka siningkong ha kini jing hair judrip laidan lang chairman ka COE uba Eskison badi UMLA ka Moplang UMLA ka Congress ba HM Shangplang bat kid khat ka COE kibakan thop yo ba coming one omban MLA ka Ralyang uba GS Wet bat ki Resham Phang jo ka Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board ba Central Pollution Control Board bagan thop yo assistant environment engineer uba MTU so ba Aswear na Halor ki kiway
Monsoon, I don't think it has been recorded.
Q level
Only after confluence it become there were some clear blue during monsoon. So what we found is the precipitate, it's aluminum and copper sulfate. Sorry. This sulfate was formed only after the confluence of Lunar and Lukha river. Then it started getting blue from that junction onwards.
No, our question is why the blue color?
That would be due to the refractive index of the water. If we take this water, the blue also in the jar, it doesn't appear blue. It's colorless itself, but due to the refractive index of the sun, it appears blue.
No, but that way, what are the have you tested the water?
Yes, sir. It's acidic, sir. The water.
Acidic.
Yes.
So it is not consumable.
It's not consumable. Not you can't see any living organisms. Also.
No fish will survive.
No fish will survive.
Have you heard what the honorable member
Yes,
was
sir.
telling to us just now? That this is the condition that is appearing. What we have found is only here,
Yes, sir.
but no other such cases is detected anywhere. Even this also, if you go up to the dam in Kupli, it's not blue.
It's not blue like this.
It's not blue like
We'll
this.
have to do a thorough study comparing the two, sir.
No, we should compare,
Yes, sir.
no. Because other side from the Assam side, till today the coal mine is continuous.
Going on.
It's going on.
So, but there is no blue appearance in the river. So, if you think that is purely because of coal mining, then it should happen there also.
Yes,
It should happen there also.
Now, turning acidity, the acidity of the water is due to what reason? Can you explain to us?
Mainly due to the heavy metals.
Due to the presence of heavy metals. Like what? Which metal?
Copper, sulfur, copper, then aluminium, or iron, all that.
So this-
Acidity in anywhere in coal mine is acid. Acid. But not blue kind.
Not blue.
But not blue part.
Sir, the thing is,
Yeah.
state boards are working under Water Act. There are 28 parameters notified for the Water Act analysis. Based on these 28 parameters, there is no reason to be blue.
Okay.
Because even if they continue to collect also, they will never trace out unless some additional activity is added. With this regular activity, no parameter indicate it can be blue color because this color look like copper sulfate, but there is no copper sulfate there. So,
You mean there is no copper sulfate content in this?
no, in the water, no.
Yes.
There is no such copper sulfate, high copper sulfate
High
to
copper
create the color.
But they said it's
The
copper
Aluminium
sulfate.
sulfate or copper sulfate, sir.
Or
Yes.
But that is not high
It's not high.
to make this much color.
So according to you, this investigation should go on.
Should be more elaborated and some more expert institutions should be involved. Otherwise, with this regular activity, which is notified under Water Act, will never phase out.
Hire
More detailed
more
study.
No, we should hire from outside also.
Yes, yes.
So maybe the laboratory that we are having, maybe can detect this to within additional laboratory or something.
I don't think so, because with this colorimetric study also, it is colorless.
If you take in the jar.
Yes, and when we take in the cuvette in the machine, it did not give any color. It's
Here.
Mainly, one of the main contributors is lunar MND, lunar river. So there it's highly acidic. During winter and summer as well, it's between 2.2 to 2.8. Even sometimes 1.8 also pH is there. So after that, when it meets, when it comes down here in Lukha river, when they mix, and then what happens is that the water of this Lukha river becomes the pH is reduced. That means pH becomes less. Then after that, what happens? And water comes from Bthah, that is alkaline. It comes from the limestone area, cement and limestone area. So what happens when it mixes this pH?
Okay.
Which one is raised up? That means it becomes neutralized. That is where this precipitate starts from.
This is, I think,
Mainly this
clear water,
precipitate
no?
is because of the aluminium. Aluminium is 12th most abundant
It's only
element in
after
the
this
universe.
confluence. it becomes
So it's there in the Earth's crust. So
And
it
starts with
combines.
the-
Aluminium has an affinity for oxygen. So and
Yes.
also
That-
silica
that
is
comes
mainly
to
the
this.
Earth. Silica is also one of the main elements. So aluminium, silica and oxygen form aluminium silicate. This chemical formula is Al2SiO5.
that is all substances are sealed.
So that is
When it is
this
neutralized,
is aluminium silicate is the one that produces this
no,
this
when it is neutralized,
bluish color.
It doesn't
It's
dissolve
not a
anymore.
chemical reaction. Actually, it's just an optical
Like this
illusion.
one.
Yes.
Like this one.
Because there's a scattering of light. The scattering of light is called Maya scattering.
So long
M-I-E,
as
Maya
dissolved,
scattering. Where
it's
when this
okay.
light is scattered,
But
produces
so
this.
after it cannot
bluish effect.
dissolve anymore, then it turns blue.
A lot of iron is there. Yes, in the water it's 9 to 13 milligrams per liter. But in this precipitate it's quite high. In precipitate is between 300 to 600 milligrams per liter. In the precipitate, it's white precipitate. You cannot see sometimes. It's difficult even to collect the precipitate. It's whitish form. And sometimes it's brownish and white. But the main scattering, the aluminum silicate is mainly in the whitish. No, it's
Not fit for consumption. That's why all the fishes are dying.
It's the fish will die between pH 4.5 to 5. So sometimes what happens when the pH becomes around 6 or 6%, the fish can easily survive. So and what happens is when this aluminum silicate, this whitish precipitate, it deposits on the gills of the fish. So gills, this, they use for breathing. That's the problem, because when they deposits in when the fish swim in this river, this aluminum silicate that whitish substance will deposit in the gills. And the reduction of the pH, that means because pH is between 4.5 to 5.
So they don't get
further,
oxygen.
yes. So they further difficult for them to breathe, and then that's the reason why
They die.
fish cannot survive. Yes. But when the pH, you see when the dilution factor is there, more rainfall is there, so the pH will reach 6.5, the fish will survive. So we see the fishes are there. So when that optimum pH, no, when
So you mean to say fishes will die more in the winter season because of the
yes, because of this.
pH
Yes,
precipitate?
plus the pH.
So are the fish dying here in this river now?
No, 5.9, if there is no other problem, they may not die. But this much fish picket, I don't know the nature of the fish picket.
You see, there was a paper I have with me. They say that because of lockdown, this river was normal. Because the star cement was not working. That's what I'm not talking. It's the paper was talking. They say that during the lockdown, the river quality was normal. It's only after the lockdown, they start working again in star cement, then the blue color changes again. So that is one of the reason that we will asking these two to confirm exactly what was the reason. We have seen your report. I have your report. We have had so many meetings with that, but still we are not convinced. We are not convinced that it is not from star cement that the water turns blue like this.
Sir, actually what happens is, this formation will be between 4.5 to 5.25 pH, okay? So what happens is, the water that comes from Umutha, no, is alkaline. If it's alkaline, it will never form, this precipitate will not be formed.
Which
And
one that come from?
From that side where limestone mining is there.
What's that name of the river?
Umutha.
Umutha.
So here, when lunar, mainly this lunar is one of the main contributors to this Lukha.
I'm having a map here.
Yes.
I'm having a map here. One is coming from here. This is called Luba, no?
Yes, yes.
And one is coming from here. This is Luna.
Yes, yes.
So it is only after the confluence
Yes, yes,
that it started
Yes.
blue.
Yes.
And that star cement is right here.
Yes, but that I think maybe this map was different. This map. So what happens is, actually what will happen is, suppose water its pH is suppose normal, like 7 suppose. So what will happen if water that comes from the Luna river is highly acidic, because if we have not visited, that's why before we mentioned, one of my scientists mentioned that we should visit Luna Bindiyati, because the pH there is 2.2 to 2.8. Even winter and summer is same, and it's just, you can see the color is just like turmeric color. The water is turmeric color, yellowish. It's highly acidic. That is the main contributory to this river.
Yes. Yes.
So what happens is, because when the water reaches, the pH is less, no, that's when this precipitate will form. When the pH is between 4.5 to 5. But from the water that comes from the cement factories, that side, and the limestone area, that is the water pH is 8.1, 8.2. So at 8.1, 8.2, this bluish color will never be formed. This precipitate will not be formed.
Now, can you tell me what is the pH value here?
The last 2 weeks back, it was 7.3, 7.38, 7.4.
This one.
Yes, last 2 weeks back.
7.3 fish can survive more.
Yes, fish can survive.
Now,
But
but why the
this
fish are
formation
dying
is from
then?
there. The formation of the precipitate will start from there, Khadum. That side is where the precipitate forms. And this precipitate is bluish.
Eh, don't touch
White
now ini.
precipitate will
Touch
come
now.
down.
That means the problem is
Starts from, yes, starts from there.
the problem that we have, sir, is
Yes.
upstream. Where he said, what was the river? You said?
That is
Mardum, or
Khadum.
Khadum. I think we should go there and
No,
see
we'll
now.
go.
We know,
We'll go.
we know
We'll go.
what is the scenario here.
Yes.
See like this.
We'll go.
So many rivers polluted from coal mine area, I think. But not this color, lah. That is the difference. I've seen Waikarwi, so many, river. Mean yellowish only, not blue like this. Why this is only this Lukha is blue?
No, I only mentioned because there's a particular pH, okay, and particular concentration of aluminium and silicate and oxygen that forms aluminium silicate. That is, it needs a kind of what word can you say? A combination where the combination of the pH and the combination of the chemicals, means the elements aluminium, silica, and oxygen will form this aluminium silicate and will form this whitest precipitate that reflects, that brings this optical illusion. It creates this blue color. So if those combinations are not there, they will not be created.
Ki mana ilawan dalam ini scientist naga state pollution control board kumjo ki don naga central pollution control board kumjo te ki ong ba kila rat ten ya ka sample naga ne ka naga ne ka wa Lukha ba kila let dan test ya ne ka te ka findings chung ki ong ba kalong highly acidic to abalong acidic kata kamot ki jingim ka kat badan ki laki de ki dokhan ya ki de gino ki jingim ki numla ki im kata ko itu finding ba ar kalong ba nibu ka jingki ka daw ba kala blue no ka kala rong ne ka de ki om mat kat kum kat tes ki fine ba kadon ka aluminium silicate te kadon ka high content of aluminium silicate ha ka te namar ba kadon ka aluminium silicate ha ka te ki ong ba anda kandala shai ka sni ka ki raise jongka sni jongka san ki one ha ka but ki kalalong refractive index ke dalam refractive index ka rong jongka ka kala blue kata kalong nomor ba la don lupa ki aluminium silicate ha ka kata kalong le jingkylla nre don member jongi kum iba coming imbon ila ong ba kumno hakiwi wi jaka ka ka kelas tem ba hangne ka kala blue tengi ko akan tip ka ta te pantip kata ni biang na kato ka jaka na sona ko ni led shadow sha brisana dangilah poi hadu hathem ka brisana ka ba don ka confluence jong ka river ang to bro atli ki wa ki ba poi hadu kham bat khap bat ka shmong khadum tengilah ba ka ka stem kum shermen te manta ka jingkylla galong hangne ka stem hangtai ka blue tengimla shu ni sutro te namar kata ngi ong ya kini state pollution board ba kide ban shem ka sample jong kini ber arjaga but kide bakin le further test further study and it should be done more in depth study knang ba ni ru mindu ya sutho ban panchai pai ba te yakane ka study ngi la IT be ka central pollution control board but kum ka state pollution control but nanta king submit ka report shaka environment committee jungi tang hatu tang initiative yakada jongkani kini ki experts ki bawan mani mane ki ong ba kane ga jingkylla rong jongkawa kadai tang kini ki portlang por ka ret ka ba por liur por ka he ka ki ong ba because of the volume of the water ka dilute no kam kala blue ndai tang shu poi ki portlang da ret ka ka kala blue te yakani ni kwa mengintip yakada te namar katangi la IT be hakine ki artillery kini ki technical authorities kumbakara central pollution control board ba state pollution control board but de kine ki ba de gile ka study ni la so IT be ki abang ila ong le ka in depth study ka de ka kabram jogi baki kila de ban le only then they will submit a report to the environment committee which the environment committee will undergo a study again why and how this has happened. Then only it will be made public and will place the report on the table of the House of the Assembly. Yeah.
And ka Jingkylla ka Rong kani ka Lukha ka balami ikot ko board fair ti ladu man senam hadin ba ka lockdown ladu ka lockdown hadin pala akut ka lockdown bat kom jur unta ti ina kalian ka committee on parliament ti man sutu ba kadai ka kamam jungi bandit pe ki ka ka bala punong ya kini ka wa ban kelarong blue kumni mana ka por ba dai ka portlang ti nila wan man ta kasni baka jimon jungi ta kalong ban ba nya naka ikadaw nila ya shimnya ka report naka state pollution control board report analysis report jungi betlali But kung juro na Central Pollution Control Board bagi officer dan bagi bentar di hadin kami mentali minading kami pacepo shlong insek kedua yang suggestion nama minatan daw drone ro ani I ketu kawa kunu kawan kunu kadai but hainoi benta bak celarong blue tingin session insek perkat ke iba gidei badlian hadin ba ilai kenduk yang ki member bero atau ke komite nasional. The report to be submitted by these pollution control board, the state and central. We may also recommend for an independent analysis of these reports.